What's up, mortals? It's Dante, and today we got a very conflicting chapter with chapter 194. Tantris versus Isolde. The fight between two unknown lovers is about to conclude in quite a spectacular fashion. So let's get into it. We begin this chapter with Tristan telling Isolde, "There's no need for me to recall you, you said? Why are you saying that? Because, I mean, do you know me, don't you?" But Isolde tells him, "Oh yes, I know fully well that you're a weak-kneed coward." This confuses Tristan, but he dodges in time from her mace as the other Isolde yells, "Tantris, don't let that woman's ridiculous statements fool you." She cries out, "You are a strong, courageous young man. I know that more than anybody." I mean, do you? And agrees with me with the same expression of her being very pissed off. She grits her teeth and just angrily says, "That's so brazen of her." Even 𝐼𝐸 agrees, saying that you're right, but Isolde is acting rather strangely too. Meanwhile, Donnie and Gareth are just agreeing that Tantris is probably going to have another fight, and it's going to be with Anne. With Gareth saying, "Women are very scary, aren't they?" The second Isolde is scowling at Bellatrix, thinking to herself, "You have to win this for my sake, because she can't count on the father who threw her aside any longer." She has a flashback to her father when she was just a kid. He said to her, "Whenever you marry, my child, pick a man stronger and braver than myself." Am I clear on that? Isolde. Okay, so it's right here that it's confirmed. Her real name is Isolde. Great, we got a whole Chris situation.
It's like the most common name in the world.
Wrong, that would be Muhammad, Googled it.
This is going to be confusing, so I guess from now on, instead of fake Isolde, we're going to call her Camelot Isolde, and our Isolde, Liones Isolde. Okay, we got that? No more confusion? Okay, let's get back into it. Camelot Isolde, okay, there we go. Thinks to herself, "Yes, and that's why I have chosen you. One with bravery, muscle, and the will to care and protect me alone." Yeah, I still stand by the fact that she doesn't really love Tristan. She just loves the things he does for her. But back to the fight. Tristan and Camelot Isolde clashed their weapons, with each landing a blow. One to Isolde's arm and one to Tristan's face. 𝐼𝐸 and Anne are in shock that they are landing hits on one another, but before they were evenly matched in training. But 𝐸𝐮 has to point it out that training was real life battle and all but name. Training has value. They said only when you go beyond going easy on it. Anne is concerned, asking, "But wouldn't that lead to serious injuries?" But 𝐸𝐮 assures her it was Isolde who first made that suggestion. Really? Isolde did? Yes. That is how serious she is when it comes to Prince Tristan. It's no exaggeration to say that she's ready to throw her very life for his sake. So as the battle goes on, we actually cut to a flashback for when they were just kids. She thinks to back when they first met. She thought he was a prince that just stepped out of the fairy tale. He was so, her words, I'm literally reading this off, so gallant, handsome, gentle-mannered, and a voice so calm but sweet. A little naive about the world, but his smile was apparently cute. Tristan was the son of the great hero Meliodas, a prince who would shoulder the entire kingdom. He was just so far away from her, as if living in a different world entirely. But then one day after the encounter, the three were gathered together with 𝐸𝐮 saying, "So don't you see, you're not like the royals. You're at least waking up from that dream now, aren't you?" Man, 𝐸𝐮 is just being so mean to the young Isolde. She's just quietly accepting the fact that she's not on his level like him. Man, I forgot how much of a prude young 𝐸𝐮 was. But a guard is looking for the young prince, wondering where he's off to. He asks 𝐸𝐮 and Jade where he was, and Jade suggests that they should go look for him, with 𝐸𝐮 even agreeing. While the two are bickering, with Jade asking if they're going to get a reward for finding him, Isolde found something, a hole in a fence, and she climbs right through it and finds him. Tristan is all by himself, holding his knees and crying. He was even embarrassed, kind of shielding himself, saying, "Don't tell on me," as this confuses the young Isolde. The young Tristan tells her, "Don't tell them I was crying here. If Mama and Papa find out, they'll be worried about him." He nervously pokes his fingers together and says, "And if 𝐿 and Jade know about this, I'm sure they'd laugh. Yeah, your friends are kind of mean." But she grabs his little hands and says, "I swear by my life, I won't tell anyone." Ah, that's sweet. It was then that she realized he didn't live in some sort of faraway world after all. He was the son of Meliodas from the 7 deadly sins, the future king of Liones, and most of all, a knight of prophecy since youth, one who would protect the world at its most vulnerable in the future. A crushing pressure of it made even him cry, like it would any other young boy. But even as he shuddered and sobbed, he forced himself to get up. He took pride in pressure, becoming the gentle, noble fighting figure, fighting for humanity. And from that day forward, she devoted her life to supporting his entire life. But back in reality, Isolde is taking damage from Tristan. 𝐃𝐸 Isolde is happy while everyone else is yelling to just stop. I mean, come on, dude. Even Tristan is starting to get worried. He's asking Isolde, "It's useless to keep going. Just quit. I don't want to hurt you anymore." But still, with her arm bloodied, she yells, "I don't want you to dive into battle against 𝐃𝐸 at all. I don't want you to be hurt by anything." Yet she charges with her mace held high and slams it to the ground, yelling, "You swore to yourself that you'd step up, since you wanted to protect the people most of all." With tears in her eyes, she continues to yell, "At the very least, I want you to recall your mission as a knight of prophecy." She slams Tristan away and chases after him. But if I can wish for one more thing, 𝐃𝐸 Isolde yells, "Tristan, fight her for me." Because of 𝐃𝐸 Isolde's distraction, Tristan has to go on the defensive from his former comrade's attacks, and with his eyes closed, it happens. Tristan impales his friend Isolde with his own sword. Everyone is shocked, even 𝐃𝐸 Isolde. Our girl says, "Just remember the one you swore to support alongside 𝐿 and I. The man who lost his life, doing just that for you. This injury, this wound, it gets to Tristan." And we see memories of Tristan's friends rush back into his minds, of Jade and what he was like up until his death, stepping in to protect Isolde, the four of them training to become holy knights. 𝐿 being scolded to, saying that he needs to thank them and apologize. And then we have Isolde saying that she looks really cute in the ribbon and that she will crush anyone who would hurt Prince Tristan. Tristan is appalled, flabbergasted. He can't speak. Even 𝐃𝐸 Isolde is very concerned, but Anne yells at Gowther to just call the fight already, with Tristan as the winner. Our girl falls onto her knees, but Tristan grabs her, holds her tight, and says with a whimpering voice, "I." And then we see tears flowing from his eyes, saying, "I am a weak-kneed coward. I only made it this far because of all of you supporting me. Isolde, I'm sorry." And that is how we end chapter 194, with Tristan's eyes flowing and Isolde near death. Oh boy, I wanted Tristan to get his memories back, but I wanted it to be like this.
Wait a minute, who are you? Hey, I know you! What's your beef, stranger? Well, if it isn't my old nemesis.
I'm hoping we're done with this Tantress crap, but come on, seriously, like this? I was hoping for Demon Mark, and it would just loosen the grip on 𝐃𝐸 grip on him. And also, speaking of her,
What a bitch.
I get that she has daddy issues with her father, but come on. Stop saying it's all about me, you attention-seeking brat.
Our opinion of you can't possibly go any lower.
Although this chapter is to show anything, is that there is a difference between these two Isoldes when it comes to their fascination with Tristan. 𝐃𝐸 only sees Tristan for the idealized tantress that he is. A young warrior of a man who will fight, protect, and do anything that she says, aka a Ken doll. Tristan is merely an accessory, a pet. Contrast to our Isolde, who actually did kind of see this in Tristan when they first met. Her idealized Prince Charming, cute, naive, a total dreamboat. But she eventually changed her mind when she saw Tristan for who he is rather than what he is. And as for our girl Isolde, don't worry, this is the 7 deadly sins. Wounds like this are nothing.
'Tis but a scratch. A scratch?
I mean, come on, we got Percival, 𝐼𝐶𝐻𝐿's on standby, and Tristan can also heal. She'll be fine. Isolde will be fine. Don't know what's gonna happen though, but hey, at least we got Tristan officially back. This fight was pretty short, but then again, after about almost 4 weeks of Gawain versus Balin, I'm kind of okay with this being a short fight. This was definitely an emotional chapter when you come to know these characters for so long, and that does trump a little bit over having less action. But hey, what's gonna happen in chapter 195? What will Tristan do to his captor 𝐃𝐸 What will she do in order to get her boy toy back? Will Bellatrip remember his daughter? We'll have to see in the upcoming chapters. This has been Dante from the Anime Underworld, and if you love 7 Deadly Sins and 4 Nights of the Apocalypse material, subscribe for more content next week, and stay tuned for upcoming Friday videos. This has been Dante from the Anime Underworld, and I'll see you mortals later.